Hello, it is Saturday, July 19th, 2025. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Saturday crossword today, which means it could well be the trickiest puzzle of the week, and I hope it's not too tricky because yesterday's Friday crossword I already thought gave me some pretty firm resistance, so we'll have to find out if that is even more the case today. In any case, this potentially difficult themeless edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Spriggs, Matthew Drake, and, as always, the indomitable Showmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Self Patreon campaign. Their generous support allows me to sustain this channel, and for that, I'm very grateful. Thank you to those four and to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. If you'd like to do so yourself, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link. You'll find bonus videos available to patrons and for benefactors. Like those I've just mentioned, there's the Let's Check the Crosses official mug. Oh, and also the July bonus puzzle is up there, the monthly bonus puzzle from the New York Times. It's superhero themed, so not exactly my area of expertise. So if you want to see me fumble with some of those, it's on Patreon. Although, as usual, it was still a reasonably approachable puzzle, as those monthlies tend to be. Anyway, thanks to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon, and let's get on to today's crossword, shall we? By Eric Agard, a very experienced New York Times crossword constructor with over 80 puzzles to his name. It's a Saturday themeless crossword, could be a tricky one, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. Let's start solving. Right, wow, look at this. This is a very open grid. Look how many, we've got a sort of, I think you'd call this a quadruple stack here. We've got 4 stacked full-length answers and then 2 additional ones up here. This is ridiculous looking. Wow, okay. What R-rated photos may do. What they may do. I don't know. Sub. Could be like a submarine sandwich. It could be a hero. The leaders of Thailand and Malaysia, e.g., for short. I don't know what we're looking for there either. Sub. Masjid leader, an imam. Like in a mosque, is that? Let's see. I mean, this probably ends with an S. Trash. Toss, like you toss something away. What R-rated photos may do. Oh, titillate. Okay, good. We're getting somewhere maybe now. Sub. Temp, a temporary worker, a substitute. Oh, prime ministers, PMs. Okay, sure. That's straightforward enough. Okay. Yeah, I guess that applies to many, many countries. Okay, so tearing up or breaking down. Emotional? Sorry, tearing up in this case. Right, right. It's not tearing because you could say tearing up the room or breaking down a situation, or it's rotting, or it's being deconstructed. But no, in this case, it's tearing up or emotionally breaking down. Adam's family member, cousin it, I think, IT with 2 T's, ITT. Apt letter for the blanks in libel, I guess, a lie, right? So libel is so what you got, libel and slander, and libel is when it's in print. And anyway, if someone says something untrue about you, a lie. So that was appropriate to these missing letters. Large-eyed primate. Oh, is this a loris from Wordle the other day? Yeah, that was the Wordle answer yesterday or the day before, I think. And here it is again. Graduate level degree. Master's in something? I don't know. I'm not sure. Before long. It'll happen anon. It'll happen soon. Master of Science? That's probably it. An MS degree, Master of Science. President whose middle name was Howard. It must be Taft. Subject of click fraud. Internet something? No. Who else, you might ask? Yeah, okay, so... Oh, is there a word for someone who uses the internet? I don't know that this ever took off, but I remember people trying to coin the phrase internaut. I don't think that really caught on. I think that might be used in some other languages. I think French might have a version of internaut, like astronaut. Suomi speaker. A Finn this is a people in Finland, isn't it? Is that right? I hope that's not wrong. I hope I didn't embarrass myself with that. Let's find out. Madam's family member. So this might just be referring to the French language, and that's it. And in which case it could be femme for woman or wife. Let's see. Actions that, despite being legal, resulted in hundreds of arrests in 1961. I assume this will have something to do with protesting of sin, but with two E's, I'm not having good ideas offhand. Observance that ends on holy. Oh no. Okay. Oh, femme is wrong then. Okay. So that explains why that didn't look familiar. But also observance that ends on Holy Thursday. This is Lent, presumably, right, in the lead up to Easter. And then stream. A stream could be a flow. And sea creature with a saddle patch. Sea creature with a saddle patch. An orca? A saddle patch. Does that mean that sort of coloration pattern? I actually don't know what a saddle patch refers to in this context, but I think it's probably an orca. They do have those black and white patterns. Ingredient in some brownies. Whey, maybe? A weed, maybe? Yeah, probably weed brownies. That's probably what it is. Okay. So Madam's family member. Okay, I was on the right track, but it's just a different answer. It's Frere. So it's a brother. Okay, so an internet ad is subject of click fraud. Internet ad. I guess an ad that deceives you into clicking it because it purports to be something else. It's saying, oh no, there's a security alert, your computer's compromised, but in fact, the thing you're clicking would compromise your computer. Actions that, despite being legal, resulted in hundreds of arrests in 1961. Oh, free. I'm still not sure. Oops. Business something. Business Inc. Incorporated. That's not right. Dispenser of cones. I'm not sure about this either. Okay, so we've got that top bit, but I'm not breaking out of it. What has an eye on the TV? Is this something to do with a sort of receiving a signal for remote control or something? What else? Oh, maybe it's CBS. Their logo is a stylized illustration of an eye. That's probably right. The U.S. network broadcaster. Leader before the king? Question mark. Leader before the king, and king is capitalized. Interesting. I'm not sure. Barbecued Mongolian dish whose name sounds like a disapproving canine. Bad something? Disapproving? Get out of here. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, let's keep going. Lead into boy or girl. Attaboy, attagirl. That's a crossword classic. Gold in Spanish, aura. Surname shared by a Hollywood father and son. There are probably quite a few of those. But I don't know who this is offhand. Lead into band or army. Went. Gone? It could be flew or left or something. Went, left. Extemporaneous. Oh boy, these long ones are going to be tough. Canine breed named after an English river valley. I shouldn't put this in there. I have no idea if that's right. It could. Oh no, not went. It could be left as well. It probably could be other things as well. Canine breed named after an English river valley. An English river valley. I wonder if that's something I'll recognize. Vince Carter quote turned meme regarding his return for 22nd NBA season. Not even the slightest clue. Warning to a troublemaker. I don't know. Case study organization. American Bar Association? Although I don't know why that would need a question mark for punniness. So maybe not. Tap. People for whom a great lake is named. Hurons? I don't think there are any other names that could plausibly fit from the Great Lakes that would have been that would have been correct in this context. Get out of here. Shoe. Leader before the king. What does that mean? I don't know. Tap. Not sure about that either. Let's keep going. Sports person in Italian. Activo, maybe? I'm not certain about that, but it feels like it could be right. I guess it could be activa as well. It could be feminine version of that word. I'm not certain this is correct. Let's see. Fist bumps, daps. Oh, it is. It is that if so. Activa. That sounds like it could be how you'd refer to a sports person in Italian. Let's see. It's probably wrong, but and the fact that it ends with a actually means nothing because it's almost as a noun. It's very likely to end in o or a. So I don't know. I'm going to leave it in for now because I have so little going on, but I'm not confident about that. What's something scattershot is all over? It's all over the map, you'd say. Range of the Rockies. The Tetons, I guess, is that like a sort of subsidiary range of the Rockies? Is that dispenser of cones? Now, what does this mean? Does it mean traffic cones, ice cream cones? Oh, creamery? And like an ice cream creamery? That could be it. The business end of you refer to the business end of a sword or something. So, okay, so freedom something here. The actions resulting in arrest in 1961. Freedom, I was going to say march, but it says actions plural. Walks, maybe? Shell liquid, oil. Oh, that could be oil. Okay, oh, gas, maybe. I was going to say we want this to end in an S because it's plural. Crispy Crinkles brand. I've never heard of that. I have no idea. Davis, who played Thelma in Thelma and Louise. Gina Davis. Okay, I don't want to get too far ahead because I need to figure out this middle section. Surname shared by a Hollywood father and son, right? We saw that. What about this? Chic, très chic, very chic, very stylish in French. Okay, so does that help us with this? Extemporaneous. And some of these might be wrong. Spur of the moment. Yeah, activa is wrong. Okay, that was wrong. I figured that was probably a reach. But I'm glad I remembered that I thought that. I didn't end up fooling myself unnecessarily. Okay, so that's helpful. Let's look at the crosses from that. Went. Sped? I don't know. Tap. Leader before the king. Is it Coretta Scott King? That was, when I was looking at this earlier, I was thinking, is it going to be another member of the King family related to Martin Luther King? But I don't quite understand the wordplay. Leader before the king. I don't know. I can't tell if I think that's right. That's what it was sort of the first thing that went into my mind, and now it's it's at least corroborated, but I just don't quite get the phrasing. Let's see. Barbecued Mongolian dish. Do I know this? I don't know if I do or not. Barbecued Mongolian dish whose name sounds like a disapproving canine. What canine? So it sounds like I don't quite understand whether it means its name sounds like what you'd call a disapproving canine, or it sounds like what a disapproving canine itself would sound like. It's vaguely phrased, maybe intentionally, but I really don't know which it's meant to be. So I can't even really take a guess on that basis. Unauthorized cuts of existing movies. Fan edits. Yeah, seems likely to be correct. Oh, maybe it's Attiva. Maybe I was on the right track with this, but I put in a C in a way that you wouldn't in Italian. You wouldn't, not in that context. That could be it. Let's look at this. Warning to a troublemaker. I don't know. This still could be wrong. I could have been on the wrong track right at the beginning. Vince Carter quote turned meme regarding his return for 22nd NBA season. I mean, I'm not going to know. I don't even know who Vince Carter is, but I'm wondering if I maybe recognize the meme Form of this, I don't know. I just have no idea what I'm looking for. Canine breed named after an English river valley. Oh, some kind of terrier. We'll come back to that. But now that we have this help, let's check it out. Crispy Crinkles brand. Is it an Oreo something? I have no idea. I don't recognize Crispy Crinkles. Oh, Freedom Rides. Yeah, the Freedom Riders. Okay, that's what this is. Those are the actions that, despite being legal, resulted in hundreds of arrests in 1961. Okay, I'm confident about that. Good. That's something. Let's move on. Reiner? Carl Reiner and Rob Reiner. Yeah, okay. Rob Reiner, who directed This is Spinal Tap and The Princess Bride. Okay, lead into band or army. I don't know. Vince Carter, I'm going to skip that for now. Warning to a troublemaker. Something ideas, any ideas. This is probably still wrong. Don't get any ideas. Atleta, is that what it is for athlete? That's more straightforward. That's better, obviously better than what I had, because what I had was wrong. Good. So let's see. Vince Carter quote turned meme. I got one more in me. Wonder why that turned into a meme. I feel like that's like a very long-standing linguistic construction. I got one more in me. Maybe the way he said it, who knows? Anything can become a meme, I guess. Okay, so lead into band or army. Animal? But terrier seems right. Why do I not see what that is? What is this one? Crispy Crinkles brand. Oh, is it Or Ida? That's a brand playing on the names of Oregon and Idaho. It's frozen foods. I think a lot of potatoes. Maybe this is some kind of potato thing. Surname shared by a Hollywood father and daughter. Oh, Bruce Dern and Laura Dern. That's funny. That's nice that we've got two of those. We've got the Derns and the Reiners crossing each other, in fact. So, okay, so what's this then? This is obviously wrong. One-man band or one-man army. I always do this. I always do this specifically with gold in Spanish, is I misremember it as a feminine noun, not a masculine one, and I put an A at the end. Ugh, okay. All right, so went is, if it went, it slid, maybe? I don't know if that's right. Is that right? Maybe. This looks like spigot, and yes, tap, it is. Speaking of Spinal Tap. Leader before the king, it's got to be Coretta Scott, right? It has to be. Okay, so boo dog. So it sounds like a disapproving canine. So it sounds like it sounds like what you'd call a disapproving canine is what the clue is saying. It doesn't sound like what a disapproving canine sounds like. Okay, so, an Airedale Terrier. Airedale. Ah, there we go. That's what it is. Okay, right. I actually don't specifically know what defines an Airedale Terrier specifically, but it is definitely a canine breed I've heard of, and it is named after an English River Valley Airedale. Okay, there we go. So that's all fine. So went, said, as in, and then he went, and then he went, and then he said, and then she went, she said. Okay, so that all looks correct. Good. We're finally getting there. Blank Jawa Jayawardenepura, capital city in South Asia. Shri, maybe? Optimistic. You have an optimistic output, a rosy outlook, yeah. Entertainment between innings at a baseball game. I don't know what happens. Moving to blank, email phrase. Moving to, I don't know, CCs or something? No, that doesn't make any sense. Moving to DMs or something? I'm not sure what we're looking for there. Stygian blue or reddish green? I don't know, but I'm interested in the answer. Pantheon part. Pantheon. Deity? Pantheon, a kind of panoply of gods. Intermediate size. MIDI? Be like between mini and maxi, potentially. Mascot something. Entertainment between innings at a baseball game. Mascot race? Do they race? I don't know. I'm trying to think what they could possibly do that would fit in here. Disencumbers. You've rid someone of something, you disencumber them of it. Iowa State's city. Ames. Ames, Iowa. Mentioned it before, but there's a song that's something like "Let's Hear It for Ames" or so. There's a song about Ames, Iowa that was produced by, I think, like staff members at maybe it was this school, maybe it was Iowa State, but it kind of was a pre-YouTube viral internet hit. Okay, cast in a different light. You spin something. You spin maybe bad news. You try to put it in a positive context. Who isn't, you might ask? This is impossible, it looks like. Yes. Impossible color, I guess. Stygian blue or reddish green. I guess. What, because reddish green would just sort of be brown, or I don't know. Anyway, that must be right. Assist as a lifter, to spot someone. To abet. There's someone who lifts something, who steals it. You're abetting them. You're assisting them. So it is mascot race. And then chowder ingredient is a clam, like clam chowder. Trans activist who founded the Sylvia Rivera Law Project. I don't know. I wonder if I'll recognize the name when it goes in. What about this? Biblical tax collector, Saint Matthew, maybe? I'm not actually sure about that either, but maybe. Winter setting in Kansas City, Central Standard Time. Choose to opt for something. Unexciting is blah. Do some tech work is to code, I guess. And group working on a pilot, or a group that includes a pilot, could be a crew of a ship or something. And then moving to BCC, blind carbon copy, and that'll be crew. Oh, there we go. I came in under 20 minutes. Good. I mean, just barely. Didn't feel like it was going to, so that's nice. So here we have Dean Spade. Okay, so trans activist who founded the Sylvia Rivera Law Project. Okay, was there anything else here I didn't see in crosses? I don't think so. I was trying to get them throughout. Yeah, okay, so yeah, this was definitely a tricky crossword. It looked like it was going to be as soon as I dismissed the privacy veil and began the solve. I mean, you could just tell from the grid, this is going to be tricky because there's so many of these long answers, which, it doesn't necessarily always mean a puzzle is difficult, but it often can, because we don't even have very many, for instance, 3-letter words, and much of what crosses these are reasonably long words themselves. So it's just difficult necessarily to quickly get a number of footholds into some of these areas. But it worked out well in the end. Some good stuff in here, definitely. Curious about this, the meme status of "I got one more in me." What, why and how that got memed. Again, I guess the way that someone delivers something is really what makes the meme, I suppose. Warning to a troublemaker: don't get any ideas. Yeah. Impossible color. I'm not quite sure about. I don't think I know Stygian with respect to its color implications well enough. I mean, there must be a particular Stygian color that. Because I've definitely heard that used as a modifier for a particular color, but I can't remember what color it is. Stygian green or red, or something, I don't know. But I guess whatever it is could not be applied to blue. All right, well, there we go. That was the Saturday crossword, a tricky themeless, I would say. Definitely felt like a Saturday. I would say yesterday's Friday felt trickier than a Friday to me. This is what a Saturday is often aiming for, I think, and certainly was today. But let me know how you fared with it in the comments below, or the Daily Solve Discord chat server, a nice friendly chat community linked in the description field. I suspect this one will also have been tricky for other people, but who knows. And do consider subscribing to the channel on YouTube if you've been enjoying these videos. I'll be back tomorrow, of course, for the Sunday crossword. It should not be as tricky as this, but will be a larger grid with a theme, so join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Saturday. Take care.